But concerning that day or that hour, no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. Now, some people will take this verse and construct a little argument that goes like this. God knows everything, but there's something that Jesus didn't know, the day or the hour of his return, and so Jesus is not God. Now, that seems like a pretty reasonable argument, so why don't I buy it? Why do I believe that Jesus is God, even though he didn't know something? And to answer that question, I want to go look at Mark chapter 4, where we have another verse that's going to construct another argument that's just like this one. So in Mark chapter 4, we have Jesus in the boat, they're crossing the lake, the storm is coming up, and he's in the stern asleep on the cushion. Now, we know that God does not sleep, but Jesus slept, therefore Jesus is not God. Now this time, I can hear you already saying, oh, hang on a second. Yeah, God doesn't sleep, but Jesus is also human, and people need to sleep. So when he's sleeping, it's not as God that he sleeps, but he's sleeping as a person. And when you say that, I think you're exactly right. The biblical doctrine is that Jesus is one person with two natures. He is God, true God, and at the same time, truly man. And the two natures aren't mixed together where he's some kind of Hercules God-man, but each nature keeps its own properties. So the divine properties of the divine nature and the human properties of the human nature. So Jesus is acting according to his divine nature when he creates the world, forgives sins, controls nature, resurrects the dead, and he's acting according to his human nature when he sleeps, eats, gets tired, is tempted, and when he doesn't know things. Now, being one person with two natures, Jesus has two knowledges. He has his divine knowledge for his divine nature, and that's an infinite knowledge. And then he has a human knowledge according to his human nature, and his human knowledge is limited. Because he really is a human being, he's not just a human body, but he is actually a human soul and body. And it's according to his human soul, spirit, mind. He knows some things, and he doesn't know other things, because it's impossible for a human mind to know everything. It's for the same reason that Luke explains that when he was growing up, Jesus grew in stature and in wisdom. He had to grow up. He had to learn things. His humanity is not just a facade, but he really is human. And so if we turn to Mark 13:32 and the little argument that we constructed, God knows everything. Yes, there's something that Jesus didn't know. Absolutely, but the conclusion is invalid. You don't say then that Jesus isn't God, but you have to say that Jesus is truly human. And so when he doesn't know something, it's not according to his deity, but it's according to his humanity.